You can special summon Gameciel, the Sea Turtle Kaiju, to your opponent's field in attack position by tributing one monster they control. Your opponent will not be able to respond to this, so it's a really fast and easy way to get rid of a card to make breaking boards a lot easier. Blue Eyes, Gonzo, Unaffected Tower, Clap, Untargetable Desiree, Skadoosh. One small step for man, one giant L for Apollo USA. Gameciel isn't once per turn, but your opponent can only control one of them. That's where cards that bounce cards back to the hand, like Makanko Water Abesk, and in Atlantean Mermails we have Procedure Storm and also Procedure Abyss. Both cards can bounce Gameciel back to the hand so you can tribute another monster. Gameciel also being water means it's also great going first when you need to discard a water to activate a monster effect. If it has all these synergy, then why weren't some people using it? Well, this is because Nibiru, Droll, or Imperm, a well-timed hand trap can stop your opponent from doing a full combo. Gameciel sort of lets your opponent full combo. You can get rid of one of their monsters, but you can't get rid of all of them. You'll have to weigh your options. Do you want to risk having a card that lets your opponent full combo? Or do you want a hand trap that might brick you going first because it's not water, but could help you more going second? In practice, let's see what it looks like. Meekstau discards the Atlantean Marksman with Area the Channeler, popping the back row, and using Channeler to add Gameciel to the hand, getting rid of Mirror Jade. So it looks like they got rid of the biggest problem card, the Gilding Quem. Only can do something if a card leaves the extra deck. So they're gonna do the Prince line, tribute, summon Procedure Storm, bounce the Tearlament Kikalos, pop back row with infantry. The opponent summons Tearlament Kishtira, doesn't do anything. Triana summons that infantry. Infantry lets you normal summon that shadow so you can turn all your monsters into level 7. You got Abyss Gaios, negates that Gilding Quem, and then goes into Abyss Trite. Abyss Trite summons Dragoons, and then you go into Procedure Abyss, bounce everything back to the hand except Gameciel, then do Anemone. Anemone special summons Prince. Tidal Dragon banishes 2 cards, special summon that Tidal Dragon. The opponent's going to try to put something on their field to protect their life points. Meekstau summons Atlantis, banishes the entire field. Because they were waterlocked, everything returns back to the field, and Gameciel was returned back to their side of the field, so they have enough to OTK. This is a replay by a streamer named Udao or Udeo. He activates Maxi, gets called by the grave. We're gonna fast forward here, and Gameciel will come into play soon. So he's gonna go for Procedure Storm first, discarding Dragoons. The opponent's gonna summon Kali Yuga. So you can't activate any monster effects for the rest of the turn. So he's gonna go into Abysslacia and pass the turn. He's still got nothing but Maxi. The opponent doesn't really have a way to get rid of that Abysslacia without destroying it. That Maxi did now resolve. The opponent's going to give Sebastian some draws here. Drew into an Ash. So we're going to go into the battle phase. Abysslacia is negated, but it discards as a cost. So you discard that Prince, summon Procedure Storm, it gets negated. Procedure Storm sends infantry as a cost, pops the Chaos Angel, while our life points is less than the opponent. Abysslacia summons Minstrel, shuffles that Atlantean infantry back into the deck. Now we do have Abyss Shrine in the graveyard. Abyss Shrine discards the Shadow, Shadow summons Abyss Pike, discarding infantry, popping another card. Sebastian lives to see another day, and drew into a Gameciel. Now the opponent has 2 towers on the field, and 1 monster that lowers your life points every time you activate a card. So we're going to get rid of that monster with Gameciel. Procedure Storm bounces Gameciel back to the hand, then gets rid of one of the towers. The Dump Dragoons adds Minstrel to the hand. Minstrel banishes that hand trap, goes into Abyss Trite, summons Minstrel. Minstrel shuffles Abyss Pike back into the deck, go into Procedure Abyss, bounce the Gameciel back to the hand, and gets rid of the last tower. Epic finish. What do you think? Gameciel, drip, or drop?